The guy that is leading now, the what?
Elvis.
I've been with him in several stereo committees. I'm Negamujisha does this. So now this person who Negamujisha does must come and lead me as a what council.
He is now a councillor.
Come on.
Elvis.
Yeah, come on, bro.
And then no Mujisha does the steering committee.
Come on, bro.
Belitwala gate and the BGM. You can tell or get the BGM. Bo Masia get the front runner. But today, Bablema the ruling party running with the mayor and all mayors. I don't know.
Because you had to protect a certain camp. That camp must always come victorious in BGMs, in branch nominations, you know, all those things.
Yeah.
But then you grow in this politics. I'm not pushing to work in a project. I'm pushing to be part of the steering committee because I know that is where the power lies.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dynamics change. That is the number one reason why we are in a state where we are now. Cadre deployment. Take, for instance, this programs, EPWP. Gather all the stats. Gather all the info and the records of those people. How far did they go to school? You'll be shocked.
All the way from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
And now,
Real Talk Podcast.
My guest today is Mr. Masia. Masia. He will correct it further because there's more story from this gentleman. Mr. Masia, good day, sir. In fact. Yeah, Mr. Masia, can you please tell us about the origin, the Masias?
Okay. Before maybe I go to the origin, as a man of God, I think a prayer is allowed.
You're welcome. No, you're welcome.
If it is allowed. Yeah, Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we thank you, Jehovah, for providing us with this opportunity. My Father, lead us as we follow you. My God, as you did to the Israelites, as you marched them out of Egypt and to the promised land. So do it with us today. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
My family background is actually complied by 4 countries actually, because my father is from Mozambique, Masias who are from Mozambique. As you said, Masia or Masia, our surname does not have an S, is a C.
Okay.
On that S is a C. But because of the old regime and them wanting to pronounce your name or your surname correctly, they will just make it to look like it is the original one, whereas it's not the original one, just for their sake, so that they can identify it. So we moved 3 generations before my father. We moved from Mozambique towards Nkwankwa, in the west of Tsanin, in Nkwankwa, and then that is where we settled. So part of my family is around Nkwankwa, the other one is at Elem. So we moved there, and then at a later stage, my father, when he was born and able to see that life needs money, he moved to the south and came to Mokopong, and he was skilled in water department, fixing water, storages and all those things. That was his skill. So he was hired by the municipality, and then he met my mother, who was in Zebediela. She was working as a nurse there in Zebediela.
Okay.
So, men will always convince a woman to move where he is. So my mother left everything and then came to Naboomspruit, and then that is where the family actually been. And we lived at my grandmother's house, from my mother's side though.
Okay.
That is where I was born. That is where I was raised for like 10 years. So before then, I moved to other places, but within the range of Mokopong
Okay.
until to where I am now, which is my home in extension 2.
No, that's lovely. I thought maybe the Masias, are from maybe Mpumalanga, Bushbuck Ridge, like but at least umpile something say and then even our followers, they were not even aware that you are in fact Masia.
Masia.
Yes. Yeah. So on your social media page, Facebook, you mentioned most of the time, each and every December, you used to, and you are still talking about the death of your mother. So how did it affect you? And then why are you not healing?
May her soul rest in peace. The thing is, the journey that I traveled with, the journey of my life actually, my mom was the number one lady in everything that I did. I'm that kind of a guy that when I started, let's say I started working around 1993 there, I was 13 years old.
Haibu.
Yeah. I was working at gardens in town, at least getting 2 rand, 3 rand a day. After school, I would go there and do my duties and come back, because a situation forced me to be in that era of going to school and coming back and going to work, because my mom was paralyzed with a stroke.
Okay.
After the passing away of my brother in 1993, and also the divorce from my father. So I think she could not handle all those things at the same time, and also having a feud with her younger brother, which made us to move from my grandmother's house so that we can go and rent somewhere around Boroba section. So she was everything I did.
Okay.
It had her as a motivation behind.
No, I understand.
That is why I sacrificed a lot just to be close to her, just to make sure that she is okay rather than me. For instance, I worked in Johannesburg for like 2 years in Johannesburg. I lived in Johannesburg for 2 years, but I had to leave because my mom was not okay. So I had to leave the job and come back and try to find one in Mokopong. I also had an opportunity to work at Anglo Platinum in Mokopane.
Okay.
I was working for a company named Drill Works. I was working well. I was a drill operator. I'm a qualified drill operator in an open cast mine.
All right.
But I had to leave also because she was not well, and I have to come and do my duties as a child, because both my sisters are married. They have their own houses.
Okay.
They have their own families and they have their own responsibilities, even though they helped, but the majority of the duty had to come from me. So that is why in most cases, I was not favoring working outside of the town, because it gave me the leverage to be closer to her. Because at an elder age, they can like get sick very easily. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those were like the thing that makes me even today to say that healing, yes, I might heal somewhere, someday there, but forgetting is something that I'll never forget. But then situations and other things, they just keep on reminding me, because now in a journey of my life, there is some things that I wanted her to see, but she's not there.
So, but by that time, you mentioned your sisters, elder sisters, are married, yes, of course. So now, by that time, be unahana ingi, how realize or banyetri, and then this whole burden, our mother, wimela. Do you think culturally, I don't know how to put it, but let me say culturally, you think African culture, is it enough when it comes to such happenings?
I might sound an African, but I'm still an African though, because My mother's from Zimbabwe. My
Yes.
father's from Mozambique. I was
Yes.
born here. My grandfather from my father's side married a woman from Botswana. So I'm multi-African. Look, African culture sometimes disadvantages us.
Yeah.
You know, even today, my mother-in-law from my wife
Yes.
cannot come and sleep in my house because of culture.
Because of culture.
You understand what I'm saying? There was a time where me and my wife felt that no man, let's just have your mom for a longer period. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More especially after the passing of my mom, so that at least she can just regroup us, so that we can be fine by the time she leaves. But because of the culture, she could not. It doesn't permit. So it was not possible for any of them, my sisters, to take my mom to go live with them then. And also at the same time, the issue was I was in school and in primary.
Yeah.
So I had to be situated in a sense, so that how do I say, situated in a sense that she could not move.
Yeah.
But then the responsibility, it did not, it hit me at first. It drove me to a state where I wanted to leave school in primary, but thanks to Miniar Pasha, the former principal of Dukubu, Palafala, I think you know him.
Yes, yeah.
Palafala. Thanks to the late Miniar Lesibantuli.
Yeah.
They played a role in me facing my situation and also going to school. You understand? They made it important for me to realize how important school is. So through them, I was at least having a shoulder to lean on. But then the situation became something that builded my character to the person that I am now. Where when I face challenges, I don't run away. It's either it is a challenge beyond my capability, I live it, or I wrestle with it until I come on top. So the culture thing is the one that made it a little bit difficult for them. I know in their hearts they wanted to, but because of the culture, they are married. Both of them are unemployed. The man is the one that are working, so it's going to be somehow you take your mom and your brother, we come and squat at your house, and you need to, is the man that will be supporting us, not the sister. You understand what I'm saying? But at least it taught me a lot of things though.
Okay. No, that's nice. So career-wise, in terms of soccer, because you were a soccer player, you were a goalkeeper, you were our local Brian Baloyi, Spider-Man. I still remember. So what happened? Who was ushering you in this journey, in short?
You know, like soccer, when I started playing soccer, you know, man, in the olden days, man, we used to play karate parties, man. Yeah, we will find a way of accommodating 6 players, kamara parties. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And then those four goals per game, you understand? So we played there. Inspiration is like the teams were based on families then, you know. My family will play against this family and all those things. But then I reached a time where I met Utemba, Kila Masubele.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The big fan of Kaizer Chiefs.
Then I met Temba in school. And he persuaded me to take it further.
Okay.
To another level, in a sense. Met him in primary together with the late Manelo, Brian Nkwana, Emmanuel Mamsika, Ephraim Kutumela, you know, and we formed a team. It was Liverpool, you know. Then we played for Liverpool, and then for a while, Nyana, we were recruited by the late Ntatel Kalakala, you know. Ntatel Kalakala, next to the AME church.
Okay.
We played for Arsenal then. And then we continue we continue playing for Arsenal for a long time, up until we graduated to Blackpool
Okay.
under boss Norman Magetlo. Then we went to Blackpool, we played there. Then I moved in between Blackpool and Abom Chiefs because of friends. If one of my friends moved this side, we'll move that side. If the other one moved this side, if I moved that side, that is how it was. But then I started taking it serious when time went on to say, no, look, I have the talent. Let me push it. Then I push it. I met Job Maringa. He was the owner of Inter Milan. I know if you know this
Inter
team.
Milan, those Milans.
Yeah, it started as JC, then it went to Inter.
Yeah.
So at JC Milan, and we played, and then he organized the trials for me to go and trial at Super Sports.
Super Sports United.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
Batung.
Super Sports
Yeah, Premier
United.
League team. Ne?
Yeah.
By that time.
Yeah, I went there and I trialed. We were like 100 to 200 young guys there. So fortunate enough, goalkeepers, we were like around 20, 25 there. Yeah. So knowing me, man, I was this charismatic goalkeeper. You know? Yeah, always trying to copy the legends, Abo Brian Valoy, William Opara. You understand? Went through the trials, qualified for the last 15 of the selected ones. And we were supposed to play the first team of Super Sport.
What?
I'm telling you, bro. So, what happened during those trials? There was a guy from Lenasia, man. Forget his name, that guy. So he was coming because he told me so. And I was coming to the trials to see, man, few players and all those things. Now, he has a team, and this team is playing tournaments, you know, and those tournaments in Lenasia are like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like one team will fork out maybe 1 or 2K.
Yeah.
Just for the qualification of it. You understand? So the first prize will win about 20K.
Oh.
And that guy was recruiting the best. I was recruited. But the problem is they are playing the very same day we are supposed to play Super Sport. And this side, there is a chance of playing professional, which in my mind, it doesn't include money. I don't think of professional having money and all those things. I'm telling you. I'm thinking the money that I will get at Lenasia.
Yeah.
During the night, I thought about it. I gave the guy a call and he came.
Yeah.
I went. Sneaked out. Yeah. If you talk of Bujabupule sneaking out, Nati, we did it. Sneaked out of the camp, went to Lenasia, played the tournament for over 3 days there. We won the tournament. I got my fair share of Nyogo, and then they took me to Bosmani, paid my taxi fare back to Nabom, and also I'm having some of the money that we agreed upon. And then I started channeling my soccer around players you pay.
I think you wasted that opportunity because of the pressure from your home. I think so.
I needed money. Correctly so. I needed money. Remember, in my high school, the whole of high school, I think I was selling something in between.
Okay.
Because I needed money, and other revenue to pecha da gumtseng wawon. So the business side of it comes from my mom. Is one of those business ladies who has never get an opportunity or own a big business, but the mindset was there. So I took from her and I ran with it Koskolo. So I will be in school, but during free periods and break, I will sell something, maybe biscuits, sweets, peanuts, and all those things. So that I can make money. So for me, it was all about any opportunity that can bring a dollar nyana munna. I'll take it. That's
so
it.
you mean, or at least you not touch at that level. Like, oh, yeah, but it's a good story, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So from your social media,
Eh.
hey, Mr. Masia, man, Leabolela. From your social media, I saw this thing talking about Buloi. Why are you talking about Buloi in 2022? Buloi bu sale gona kganti.
My brother, this is Africa. This is Africa. You know. Sometimes when you allow the Western mentality to infiltrate your eyes, even your thinking, and you think that Buloyabo in Africa, it means you are in a wrong continent.
Yo.
Buloyabo nakai. You see, Buloy Butomaka, it generates from the heart. Mona ke the number one factor ya Buloy actually.
Oh.
Because I don't think motho akao destroy for fun. For the fun of it. It's impossible. But if there is something you have that I want and I cannot have, it means I must either take it from you and enjoy watching you not having that.
For real?
For real. You watch Moja Love. There is this lady Baraki Gogos Kotan.
Gogos Kotan.
Yeah. I followed that. I followed that show, and she was very clear in terms of witchcraft. She was very clear that there are traditional healers that will heal, and there are those that will mix muti potion so that they can do something wrong to others. You understand what I'm saying? So if a traditional healer can say that it exists, who am I to say it does not exist?
Yeah, ne?
Who am I to say?
So that is why social media.
No, but it is there. But it is there, my brother, that when you listen to that lady, I don't know, I think it's Monde, the guy that he was with before he wanted this other guy. And he says, boldly so, he says, no, Monde never, he will never leave me.
So,
like boldly, not because of he loves me, because of things that I will make sure that he doesn't.
Of which we can call it Buloi.
Buloi, yeah. It's not like we need to sugarcoat it. No, Buloi,
Buloi.
Clar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so mo tabeng ya dipolitiki.
Yeah.
Do you think for ANC, African National Congress, you use it because many sentiments about them? Let me just quote unquote you. I might get criticized by the way ANC is doing this. I believe it should be called ANC-B, African National Congress Bank. And then you continued and say, the state of our country makes me to ask this. Did they fight apartheid to corrupt and bankrupt the country by stealing its wealth and dignity? What were you referring to as a patriot?
Let me say this. There were freedom fighters.
Okay.
There were freedom fighters, and there are still freedom fighters. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then there is different categories in fighting. You can't just fight for the sake of fighting. Yes, there is freedom fighters. We have to fight for the freedom that give us the liability to be viewed as equal without the color of the skin.
All right.
But then it changes. We cannot fight to get out of apartheid after getting out of it. Well, what will be the use of getting out, fighting something that you have already won? You understand what I'm saying?
No,
now the dynamics changes. The world and life change. Economy is the key. Economy is the key. Now we find people that fought for freedom, and sometimes I'm not amused. I'm not surprised. You know, when people fight for freedom, and later on you put them in charge of distributing the wealth and all those things, they're clueless in that. Their forte, their skill is in fighting. They have done that. We thank them. Baya Danki, Siabong. But now we want to run the country.
Okay.
But where are we running the country to? We take the very same fighters, the very same soldiers that knew only to fight. We now come and say, can you run the department of economics? How does a soldier run department of economics? Because what he knows is to fight.
Just to fight.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now, after fighting and we have obtained the freedom, they should be looked after as freedom fighters, veterans. They make their own pension and all those things, so that they have been looked after, like the president when they retire. They are looked after for life. You understand what I'm saying? But we need people that can run the country now. Not people that will corrupt it, people that will bankrupt it.
So checking from the way, because the most important thing in South Africa, we have a crisis ka unemployment rate. Ne? I want to connect the dots with you. Ne? Freedom fighters, they are running the government. You mentioned the department, the economics and so forth. So do you think employment criteria the government is using conducive?
That is the number one reason why we are in a state where we are now. Cadre deployment. In fact, let me elaborate it in this way. You know, we fought apartheid, but then we ventured into another apartheid. We ventured into another apartheid. That apartheid comes with nepotism. It comes with cadre deployment. It comes with poverty. It comes with inequality. You look at the governing party now. You look at the motto they used in 1994, Better Life for All.
Better life for all.
They are remixing Better Life for All. They've been remixing that motto until today, because better life has not been obtained. You can't say
for over 20-something years.
You can't say you have obtained a better life if somebody, tell me where fairness is. We are not talking about talent.
Okay.
Talent-wise, somebody that finishes grade, that did not go to grade 12, can play soccer and become a millionaire. Casper Nyovest declared he's a millionaire. He has never finished grade 12. You can't say no, it is wrong. It's not wrong, it's talent.
Yeah.
But if you have people with grade 12 alone, running institutions like SABC, like Claudi, but you have people that are qualified to run it and are not running it. But Claudi is there because of cadre deployment.
Only metric, that guy.
Only metric, I think it's metric. But then, how do you then say equality is there? You understand what I'm saying? You have grade A students from rural areas that cannot even obtain a space in a university.
So how about this thing, 18 to 35? Because government by employer motto between these two ages, between 18 to 35 years old. So do you think we're enough for this whole thing? Whereas Bonaga at the age of 60, 70, 8 years, basali busy banyaka employment within the parliament.
Mebra, there is policies that I don't know. I call them the Domkop policies.
Domkop policies.
Yeah, Domkop policies. How do you say you employ a person from 18 to 35?
Yeah.
18 out of metric. Already you are saying you want to employ that person out of metric. 18 out of metric.
18.
You want to employ. You are not furthering their education. You want to employ.
Government
you want to employ when? At 18.
18.
You are not saying no, from 18 up until 25, the government is saying any child in South Africa, you qualify for free higher education in that space. Then you know that when you say from 26 to 35 or 40, I'm employing, then you'll be employing people that are educated. But when you want to employ them straight from school, because you want to micromanage them. If I'm being employed in the municipality, for instance, look at the conference of the ANC.
Yeah.
If you will check all the criticals that are there, all those people, majority of them, they are working for government.
Of course.
That is why they can never vote out of the mandate that they're given, because they have to protect their jobs.
Okay.
But take me, the one that works at a private sector, and say, let's say, take 6,000 of us, and we go and we elect somebody to lead the party. That person has no power over my employment. I will vote with my mind, with a clear conscience.
Yeah.
Not to say or no, but if I vote against him, I might not be promoted. Some of the people that are there to vote because they know that if, let's say, for instance, Cyril goes in, he's going to disband Waterberg region, and I'm going to be the coordinator. Subsequently, it will make me to be the chairperson of the region. You understand what? That is what we are voting for. We are voting the government based on what is it that we will get individually, not for the people. But we take the very same leaders. We are saying they are for the people. How do you do that?
So, which means this 35 thing, besides 18, it must be scrapped and pushed
18
further.
18 to 35.
But 35 doesn't make sense as the way Dilo Dilinga today.
Look, a person, that is why most of the addicts, they are within that age that the government says they want to employ.
Yes.
Because employment is even hard for them to get in that age.
Yeah.
They don't have skill. You are strictly out of school. You don't have skill, and now the government says we want to employ you. To do what?
No, it's wrong.
Let's be fair. To do what? Why doesn't the government says from 18 to 25 or 18 to 27, we are giving you free tertiary education? From 27 going upwards, we are going to place you, not employ you. You'll just place them. You'll place them. That is why now we are sitting in a crisis where we even have people like Bontantla Lakseka, the Operation Dudula, which is a lot of nonsense. We go and seek skill outside because in our country we don't have.
But at the same time, you are pushing them to the tertiary levels, and then you continue with your cadre deployment. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Why do I have to go to school? I mean, it is hurting my brother, ne? To find people with degrees and bachelors working as laborers somewhere. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take, for instance, this program, Star EPWP. Gather all the stats. Gather all the info and the records of those people. How far did they go to school? You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked that even the supervisor that is elected politically is way less educated than the one that is leading.
Haibo.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's ANC government for us. So, talking about politics,
African National Congress National Bank. Yeah.
So the benefits of joint municipalities in Nabuamspruit and Mudimule, o benefitile or sa benefit?
Only the workers of the municipality benefited. That is why they were pushing for these mega municipalities. Simple as that. Because they knew that their salaries will go up.
So who came with that idea? Because
you see, my brother, in politics, when you foresee danger of losing, let's say a municipality that has a potential to grow big than ours, Mokopong. I'm not talking about Modimolle, Mokopong, where we are sitting with minerals outside of town, but within the radius of Mokopong.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you are going to the elections and you have this fear of losing the municipality. In fact, two of them, Modimolle and Mokopong.
Yeah.
And now you come and you say, no, for us to win, let's measure these municipalities. It will give us enough seats to be in control. And when we start taking the minerals that are there in Mokopong serious and we want to make them a dream that comes a reality, we will be the one in charge of the municipality. So means we will be able to control who comes, who's working, which contracts must be contracted, and all those things.
Okay.
Now, for us to make this idea better, let's go to SAM and tell them this is what we are planning, tripartite alliance politics.
Yeah.
This is what we are planning. But you are going to benefit something. Your salaries are going to go up.
Okay.
I attended all the meetings of this measure. None of the municipal workers has ever stood and said, no. We don't want to measure with Modimolle. Because they knew that their salaries will go up. They knew, period, that this is not for the community, Mchana. This is for an individual looking after himself and his own interest, of which we cannot blame at a certain extent. You understand?
I think we will connect with that one after this, because I want to lead you somewhere. You were once, and I don't know if you are still an ANC member, because you were like a front runner at some point, and then lele batho ba eleng hore ba reng do not mess with this camp. So do not mess with this camp. Belele tswalla gate and hele the BGM, you can tell or ke the BGM bo Masia ke the front runner, but today ba blame the ruling party ye leng hore ne ba le ka mara yona, running with the mayor and all mayors. I don't know. Yeah.
How do I say this? From the honest side of it, ne? You are young. You venture into politics.
Yeah.
I think most of the young people, we ventured into politics based on the fun of throwing stones to the nyalas and being chased after. You know that fun.
Okay. Yeah.
And you grow into it. Now, the political education is not there. You ventured because you liked the fun, the thrill, the joy of it.
Yeah.
Now, there are people that are long in those politics. They pick up maybe your skills in terms of reasoning, in terms of convincing, in terms of all those things. The power, the stature, the manipulation and all those things. Yeah. They recruit you into their camps to say, no, come, be part of us. This is what we are going to do, my friend. Look, we will give you this and that. Of course, you will call, hey, man, Majoro 1 hour, 500 nyana mo. Chairperson hour, man, lathelanya, ya petrol. Chairperson, what. You will get those smaller nyana incentives. You understand? Because you have a job to do.
Yeah.
It became more of a job than politics.
Okay.
Because you had to protect a certain camp. That camp must always come victorious in BGMs, in branch nominations, all those things.
Yeah.
But then you grow in this politics. You start going outside and you meet people and they teach you what these ones don't want to teach you, because once they teach you, you'll become a problem. You'll now start contesting them. The issue is one of the reasons why political education is not there, we will end up having many potential leaders.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? So if it is not there, it is only Joseph, and then we stick with Joseph.
Yeah.
Now, what happened is that I started going around to other places, meeting comrades, sitting with them, talking, listening. But how does these people articulate this politics?
Yeah.
Then somebody came to me and said, look, you want to know politics to the fullest of it. Join Communist Party.
Yeah.
You will learn there.
Yeah.
Before I joined the Young Communist League and the Communist Party, I was one of those that just for the thrill of it and for the money side of it.
Yeah.
But then I started joining Communist Party. Then Communist Party is a party that you engage more than arguing.
Okay.
You engage more than
Engage
arguing.
more than argue.
Yeah, the political lessons are there. Then we started having these lessons. Then the mind started coming to forth. You know, when you're born clever, man, even nobody can just block your cleverness. Somebody will come, I will prul.
Yeah.
Then you start being a contender. That is where my political career now in the ANC started to dwindle until it ended.
Okay.
Because now I become a contender. I don't see myself as the one that must push people. I see myself as the one that must be pushed. Because the knowledge is there.
The knowledge is there.
Yeah, the knowledge is there. When let's say, for instance, the project comes in Mokopo, I'm not pushing to work in a project. I'm pushing to be part of the steering committee because I know that is where the power lies.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dynamics change. Now Masia is becoming a problem. They look at me, they're like, no, this one is going to chow what we must chow. And we chowed. We chowed. Honestly speaking, we chowed. The 10% that people are still denying even today in the ANC, we ate them, we took them.
For real?
For real, we took them.
Oh, God.
We pushed companies into projects for a virtue of what is it that you can give back. You cannot just come and enter. But what do you give back, comrade? Leaders, they will come and say, but this company must come into that project. And we'll say, okay, fine, give us the person, we will talk to that person.
Yeah.
And when we talk to the person, we will now eliminate the leader as the person to go to. I remember this story. I think it was January statement 103 or somewhere. It was in Polokwane.
Okay.
And a prominent leader asked me, go and collect money at Industrial, Industrial in Polokwane. Yeah, go and collect money there. And that money, you must take half of it.
Yeah.
Buy food for the 3 buses that left Mokopon to the rally.
You were trustworthy.
Ne? Yeah, trustworthy, but no more. Then I went there, Mchan. I went there. I took Comrade Museki. He did not know what I was going to do. I just took him like, I'm China. Let's go, man. Museki bags. Let's go to Industrial. I want to meet somebody, man. Then I took what's this? I was with Willie. He was my friend. Willie Matunya was a close friend of mine. And then actually the money was supposed to be, I was supposed to go lead the late Mambush. May his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go with Mambush. Now I made a U-turn and I said, no, I'm not going with Mambush. I'm going alone. Yeah. And the leaders came, hey, Mona, do you get hold of Lisiva? No, Manish, I can't get hold of Lisiva, man. Hey, I can't get, no, they say, no, fuck, go and collect that money, buy food, and the rest you must say 30,000. 15 must come back and 15 must buy food for the bus. Okay, it's fine. Took the gentlemen, they don't know what I'm going to do. I just told them, look, I'm going to meet somebody, man, some businessmen there in Industrial. We're going to talk a lot of things, and then don't worry, man. We went to Industrial there, and we arrived there. The guy was there, and he ordered drinks. My comrade got the drinks. Yeah. Yeah. By then we were drinking, drank there, and the comrade said, "No, look, I'm going to do this. Ne? They said I must give you 3,000 for you. This one is for you.
Okay.
But the other one is inside the toilet. You must go there and take it. That is for leadership. And I said, okay, fine, no problem. I took the 3. I gave my friend Willie 600. I gave Bucks 600 for just accompanying me. They don't know what is happening actually.
Yeah.
They're like, you Masia, you are a nice guy. I know, no problem. Went to the toilet, I packaged the 30, put it in my stomach, and I came back and we went into the car. By then I was driving my Golf. We went into the car and I said to them, look, Comrade Pani Sianeo from Pumulong is calling me.
Yeah.
He says I must wait for him. Now I'm overthinking. No man, Pani angano baba mo phone man.
Yeah.
They could have called this guy to come and guard me because I have their man.
Yeah.
So what do I do? I said no, okay, it's fine. I'll wait for him. He came, we picked him up at KFC in Polokwane. Then we drove back home. So I dropped them in their houses. Now I was supposed to go and drop the 30K. Went to my house, took my wife, my kid, and I said, let's go for a vacation.
Banna. Comrade Masia nalo corrupt.
Yeah.
Corruption ni beru bechi moki. And then the way those were the benefits by that time. So Golia how Bailey just to enjoy the brown envelope or seeing yourself under the government.
No, I realized that you will never lead in the ANC if you are not ordained to lead. How do you benefit from this organization? Because I'm working for it though.
Yeah.
So I will put myself as a middleman for any transaction that might happen. I'll put myself as a middleman, the one that will go and collect and deliver. So in that virtue, I was able to accumulate money that was sustaining me also.
Yeah.
Because I have reached that point of now I'm not going to throw stones. I'm not going to insult people. I'm going to articulate. I must be taken seriously so that I must be sent to go and collect these brown envelopes. And some of them will come back, some will not. Some will come half of it. Because that is money that you cannot say I stole it.
Yeah. So for that part, how do you feel since you were an ANC member by that time? Now you are no longer. So, Batoba Obahetileng, how do you look at them today?
I don't think if there is anybody that I will say I have had, maybe I did not realize then that what I was doing was indirectly hating the very same community that I claim to love.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But as for individuals, I owe no one any apology.
Okay.
Because it's not their money.
Yeah.
Let's be frank.
Okay.
It's the money that they wanted to get out of the project that were existing.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that is when, in my last days, we changed the whole perception of how are we going to deal with projects. We are going to enforce ourselves into steering committees, and we are going to hire only local people. So that is when now the real battle started, because now we were contesting people with power to say no, but if you want this company to come in, we will say no, this company does not come in, we want that one. So it was a battle. But then at the end of the day, those individuals, I owe them no apology, because I never stole from them.
Okay.
I was given willingly, supposed to deliver to somebody, but then I took a decision that since I was part of this money being made, why not I take it all myself?
Besides money, kataba ya defender, the mayor, the potential candidates, and so forth. to their positions at the municipality in terms of the local elections and so forth. So azanga wa feel like we misbehave
a lot. A lot. Some. When you go to BGMs of the ANC, there is no way you can be in your good behavior.
Okay.
There is no way, my friend. No way you can be in your good behavior and come out of the BGM as a victorious person. There is no way.
Okay.
There is no way. But that is why you cannot be in that party if you are a pastor.
Of course.
It will end up, you will end up seeing that you are doing opposite to what you are called to do.
Same applies to being a taxi driver only. Would end up only somehow.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So I misbehaved a lot, and funny enough, I always defended my word, like it's what for. Up until the end of the era, into Comrade Sarah Mnyamani, is then that I went out of the ANC actually.
Bole favorite, yeah.
Not necessarily the favorite. I was not her favorite. She will tell you we had love and hate relationship.
Oh.
We will fight
Aye.
a lot, and we will come together a lot based on what I will believe it will benefit the community. You see, I was this person that says I'll fight with her locally, but let's say maybe we are going to a regional conference and she's one of the nominee.
Yeah.
Rather than nominate somebody from Mudimul or Mokopane, I will rather go with her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that will bring us together for like a couple of months, going through that conferences, and then it ends. Now we come locally. Locally, we differ with many things, and we will still fight, and we will still find each other in a way. But then the time came where she somehow got promoted to the legislature and all those things, and then honestly speaking, I did not see any person capable of leading the ward beside her in that time.
Okay.
In that time, I did not. There was one, but that person was in the opposition because then I was an ANC member. And that person was Sien Kekana. Yeah. I saw one in
He's
her.
now in
EFF.
Economic Freedom
Yeah,
Fighters.
I saw one in him that this one can replace. But within those black, yellow and green, there is none. Unless unless I go, I will have a problem of being led by somebody that, sorry to say this, but I don't see that person leading me.
No, spade is spade.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? If you are a leader, you need to have capability. Man.
Yeah, we don't worry.
Yeah,
we rated this channel 18 years. Ne?
Yeah, you need to have capabilities to lead. You understand what I'm saying? But councillors after her, chief, no. The guy that is leading now, the what? Elvis. I've been with him in several stereo committees. I'm Negamujisha dust. So now this person who Negamujisha dust must come and lead me as a what councillor.
He is now a councillor.
Come on.
Elvis.
Yeah, come on, bro.
And then no Mujisha dust
come on,
committee.
Come on, bro. Things that needs to be articulated, not fight with face and all those things. Things that needs to be articulated. Things that need you to understand the rules.
So do you think he fought enough for that position?
Well, he was put there because he can listen. I remember one day we went to meet this contractor.
Okay.
And this contractor wanted to work at this KPMM.
Yeah, KP.
When they were doing this tar road in town.
Yeah.
I was part of the steering committee. I forced myself into that.
Okay.
Into that steering committee.
That's
so when we forced ourselves into that steering committee, he was the chairperson. But now He was only the chairperson in a meeting, running the agenda of the meeting. But we took the chairmanship from him. We controlled the steering committee.
Haibo.
He was no longer the controller, he was just the chairperson. We met this contractor that was supposed to give us something. Then when we arrived there, we met at golf park. When that guy came, he like, okay, gentlemen, man, now I'll work with you nicely, no problem. I'll hire whoever you say I must hire, and I will comply, man, no problem, man. For meeting me and hearing me, Bakoni, man, this is, you understand?
So that's when you realized Hana capability, this gentleman.
No, then I did not judge. We were given. And he was like, no, this one, and now I'm taking it to the leadership. I said, like, what the fuck now? This person, you are given money, man. You want to take the money to somebody that does not even know about the meeting that we are in.
Loyal?
No, that is not loyalty. It's pure stupidity, my friend.
Pure stupidity.
When it comes to money in that time, it was pure stupidity. Not loyalty.
Elvis.
Then I said to myself, no, man. I cannot be led by such a person.
Yeah.
That is why when we went to by-elections, ever since I voted for EFF. Because I saw capable leaders there, rather than this other side. It's then that I took a conscious decision. I said, no, man, I can't go to EFF. I'm not frank. I'm not okay with certain things from that side. And I spent most of my time in Mafona, Easy Life.
Yeah.
Then he said, no, man, come to DA.
Wow.
Yeah, we are transparent. Everything we do it in order. Now I think God was now starting to take hold of me now.
Yeah.
Because suddenly I wanted things that are transparent, things that are fair and honest and all those things. So I went to them, I joined. We ran. I said, no, man, this is ANC in a different color, man. There is no transparency here.
DA.
There
Of
is no
which the
transparency.
municipality now it's led by the
Yeah,
DA.
there is no transparency here. Where is transparency here if things can happen like this and nothing is being reported whatsoever? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Members are not even allowed to choose who they want as a representative in the council. The federal committee and their bodies, they choose for you. No, at what for it will be Joseph. Go and support Joseph. There is no fairness here.
Yeah.
Because now where I come from, we rather fight on. Shimperelwe, you understand? Then I said, no, my alliance with DA, I ended with immediate effect. Then I sat at home and just went out of politics for a while, for a long time, up until recently, I think it's a month ago, that's when I joined the EFF officially.
So are you ready to participate in politics? And what can you offer in politics, more especially Kasi?
Kasiara na nyaka mutomo fair and honest.
Which is you.
Of course.
So are you ready for that?
I'm ready for that, but not in a sense of me being a councillor. You know, I want... The reason why I joined the party, the fighters, is because you are heard when you talk. You are heard. You understand what I'm saying? You are heard. What does it represent? We talk of radical economical transformation. That was my forte in the ANC. And is the policy that the ANC does not want to entertain anymore.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You cannot give me a house and build a tar road and then you say you have done well for me. In that house, what am I going to eat?
Yeah, ne?
Where am I going to sleep? What kind of TV must I watch? You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
So, if the government is building those things and also radically making sure that economically a black person is covered, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is when you will say, no, now we are arriving at a point where we will be all satisfied. You understand?
Yeah.
But now you talk of the ANC, it tells you about houses, grants,
Same
tarot.
song each and every day,
Let's
every
talk
election.
expropriation of land without compensation.
Hey,
Let's
that
talk
one
of
is difficult
let's talk
because
of
it started
national. No, let's
Cabo Nelson Mandela.
let's talk of nationalization of mines. You must talk those things.
Yeah, those 7 cardinal pillars, they are from the ANC Freedom Charter, of which ANC itself, if failure, we implement.
Divorced. No, they've divorced, not implemented. They're not discussed. It has been divorced. You can't discuss. You can't discuss something and not take action after it. You
And after
understand
so
what I'm
many
saying?
years.
The Gallagher State Conference of 2017,
Yeah.
it took a resolution of expropriation of land without compensation. The EFF was into that. That gave ANC the majority, the power to change the constitution or
Yeah.
amend anything within the constitution.
Yeah.
But what do they do? We are still sitting on a report that is getting dust in the presidential office. So why not be in a party that is pushing for those things? The component, the layout of the party is all about those things.
Which is the one you chose, EFF, Economic Freedom Fighters.
Exactly.
Okay, no, that's wonderful to hear side of your story in terms of politics. You are standing with EFF. So you sound more like a motivational speaker in most of the cases. So most of your posts are very motivational. And did you consider making it a program by reaching out to those who are without social media platforms already?
I've never thought of it to that extent, honestly speaking. Maybe I've never met somebody who brought it into my attention to say, look, man,
I'm putting it now.
Yeah, I'm saying I've never.
So now you must take an action.
Yeah, you see now, my brother, life will teach you. If you live life, accept your faults of life, where you have messed up, where you have, did lot of things, and you take the road to correct each and every flop that you have made, and you learn from it. Life will humble you, and it will make you a greater person, to an extent that your life can become a motivation for somebody not to fall into the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I self-motivated myself for a long time to go through a lot of channels in life.
Okay.
I was once suicidal.
Now.
For a couple of years, actually. Couple of years. Maybe every year I will attempt to kill myself, maybe 4 or 5 times.
No way.
I'm telling you. I've tried many things.
Yes,
From poison, stabbing myself, hanging, everything. I've tried it. But it never worked. By the grace of God, it never worked. Then I went out of that situation, or that problem, as somebody that motivates himself a lot to say, no, if it's like this, it means this.
Let me interject you.
Yeah.
What was the root cause of that?
I think, and I believe that I felt like a rejected soul, in a sense, where I only experienced love through my mom, the kind of love that I wanted to experience. Now I started living in the era of, what if my mother dies? Who's going to love me like she does? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I try reaching out to extended families, my families, and I did not get, more like the doors were not opened wide enough for me, maybe to even cough what was eating me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I became that child. On December, I needed to visit somebody so that I can inquire their project Christmas. You understand? You understand what I'm trying to say?
I get
You visit because where you are going, surely their project Christmas, they will put you in. They will just squeeze you in. Something.
You know what? In short,
yeah.
You failed. You failed.
Yeah.
I understand that because now you are this bold, gigantic, honest man with stature, and then a family man.
Yeah.
So I want to push you directly to this one because why follow? On social media, go follow too much. You said 21 years of love. So, and why did you decide to marry? Why did you decide to marry after such a long time? Very long time.
Look, how do I start this one? Okay, fine. I met this lovely princess of mine.
Oh.
Now she's a queen.
Oh.
Yeah. Then she was a princess.
Yes.
Yeah, elevated to queenship.
That's Mama Sia for us. Shout out to Mama Sia.
So we met. It was love at the first sight.
Yeah.
Love at the first sight. So we fell in love. Okay, it was love at the first sight. He was still a teenager. I was 19 somewhere. She was 19 then.
Right.
I was early in my 20s. So we pushed. We had flaws, man, as young people. I was always on the wrong. Yeah, I was always on the wrong. The cheating, the hating, doing this and that. A lot of bad stuff that you look back and you watch a lady and you're like, if she managed to stay in that era, you understand?
Yeah.
She's worth it. She became a counselor actually. I found myself through her because when I was going through my episode of suicidal, she was there. She never like ran away to say no. Hey, this one man is a tick timing bomb. I can be a moment tracing at any given time. You understand what I'm saying? So she had this belief in me to be this great person. She had this belief. She had this belief. Then someday we sat down. I'm like, hey, Mfethu, I want to marry you. And I don't have money, Mfethu. What do I do now? And she's like, Mfethu, arazame at least a couple of thousands. Erkazama a couple of thousands. Then you go to my house and then the rest one. At first in Naliana we were preparing a lobola haste.
Haibo.
Where koncha diafo nambili aba mokakin. Yeah, no, I'm not saying balaboncha diafo they've committed lobola haste, but it is lobola haste at the end of the day. So money did not allow it. The love was there, the commitment was there. We stayed together for like the whole 13 years. 13 years. And then I paid lobola fully, so no skoloto whatsoever. Everything was done. And we sat down, we said no. She said no, I want a white wedding, but we have to be very careful. We have to generate money to do it.
That's true.
She's my partner. We generated, and last year it was white wedding. And we made a vow though, to say every 5 years, we must have this kind of a different wedding. So last year we had a wedding, 2021.
2021.
Yeah, in 2025, I believe, in 2025, we're going to have a red wedding now. It's not white, it's red.
The red wedding.
Yeah, the red one. No.
The red.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because I formulated this thing, Yaure. If you feel like marrying and you are married, marry the very same person. Marry the very same person. Have a wedding. Who it is not against the Bible to marry one person 10 times.
Yeah.
Marry that person.
Okay.
Exchange. Baruti baba wanna exchange the vows. You celebrate upon it.
Do you believe in polygamy?
I don't.
In short.
I don't.
Why?
And it's not biblical.
It's not biblical.
It's not biblical. And people will refer you to the Old Testament, but it's not biblical. The Old Testament.
By King Solomon.
Yeah, they will tell you of King Solomon's and all those things. But when you read the New Testament, it will show you that it's not biblical.
So, so are you saying the real Bible is a New Testament?
No, I'm not saying the real Bible is the New Testament. I'm just saying the Old Testament was there to prepare.
Which one came first?
Is the Old. It prepared the coming of Christ.
Who came with New Testament?
The New Testament is the one that is written mostly by apostles. Your John, your Paul, your Timothy, your Titus.
So polygamy is not biblical.
No. One man is created for one woman, my friend. It's there.
No, let's not go deep.
That one is a religion.
That one, it's a religion.
Yeah,
it's a religion.
Me and religion, we don't go hand in hand.
Oh, that one is a religion.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying no. Let's just put it aside because you don't go hand in glove with the religion part of it. Yeah. So the business. CST Junction for 2023. Hey, Rabona Rasheba, the container equipments. You know, are you that business minded?
My friend, I was raised by a business minded woman.
Yeah.
Hence, I said, my mother, it is unfortunate she never had an opportunity to run a bigger business. But the business that she had managed to take me to high school, and it gave me a lump sum of money when I finished my grade 12 to go to Johannesburg, do my security grades and all those things.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot from her that you start small, you grow big.
Okay.
You understand? So the T junction is not necessarily my idea. I'm the founder, I'm the supporter, and also the CEO.
Okay.
But there is an owner, and
which is the queen.
Is the queen. The queen. The queen is business minded.
You know what? You are so fortunate. You are so lucky because ladies of today, they just want to empty the guys' pockets and run away to the other guy. You understand? So mosadi wa hao ha tlela o ja chelete ya hao o tletse o dira chelete le wena for bana for ba Masia.
Exactly.
You are so lucky. She's one in the million.
I'm blessed.
I'm telling you, and you know,
yeah, I'm blessed. I know that. I've been through that. Those things of ladies and money and all those things.
Yeah.
You look, my wife, she wanted a business.
Yeah.
Actually, she wanted a business a long time ago.
Yeah.
But then I introduced this thing. Go and learn. Go and learn, China. Go and learn. Go and learn. Yeah, go and learn. Have knowledge of the book, so that you can translate it into practical. I enrolled into a course, business. Into a course business because she's more into hospitality, cooking and all those things. So I enrolled her into that course, hospitality. She did it for 3 years.
Wow.
And she came right, she passed. And then recently we sat down and we said like, okay, love, look, last year 2021 our goal was to have that wedding.
Okay.
We did it. 2022 we said no, this year let's relax, let's chow the money, man. Let's just chow it uncontrollably. So at least we prepare ourselves for something. But then come August we were sitting and we were talking and we're like, okay, next year what is it that we want to do? And she said, no man, Miss Kat, let's go back to the basics of that business we wanted.
Simple as that, which is CS.
Yeah, so I said, no, okay, fine. while in the process of hours of chowing, let's start buying equipment
Of
along,
which you did, ne?
of which we did. And next year,
No, it's fine. We will come and support you.
Yeah.
We will support the local taste. Local
Exactly.
beers are great. So, how do you want to be remembered, actually?
and like in ngwana Msotho.
Okay?
Yeah, ngwana Msotho. A blessed child of God.
Okay.
I always say it's from grass to grace. God showed me that I'm bigger than I've ever thought I am in life, or anybody has ever told me.
For got this 1 minute. Ke kgopela o summarize this part is I mentioned a long time back about Samu ripping you off your goals.
That one, mchana muna, yeah, no, that
A
one
minute.
is painful. Look, there was post at municipality. It was a manager, security manager, and the other post within the management. Now what happened is that I applied for security manager, and after applying for security manager, I had sources that will tell me things.
Yeah.
Because that is how politics runs. So my source came and said, look, it is you and the other person. You are two guys that applied for your post.
Yeah.
So, but you are going through because that was a political mandate that I must get that post. It was political deployment.
Yes.
Then the hiccup came. Some came with a candidate for the other post. The managers, the management post.
Yeah.
They came with a name Yastemer into it.
Yeah.
The manager of
Stemmer who?
Makanet.
Stemmer Makanet.
The manager by then, Sibola, had already had other candidate. Now they were at loggerheads. Now someone said, no, we are not pushing that one to go through
Yeah.
if you are not giving us this one. So at the end of the day, the decision that was taken that was fair for them was to scrap those posts.
Haibo.
Yeah, it is post that we applied, but were never even called for interview or anything, not given even feedback. They just, the time lapsed of their expiry date and it ended there. But behind the scene, there were negotiations in terms of how best they can do these things and all those things, but they failed. But then I learned to realize that some would then led by Bo Malbo, Ntate Malapile, Bo Aus Mange, Bo Aus Josephina, you know, that thing, it will pain you.
Yeah.
To a point where you're like, Mara, these people, I look at them with disrespect, but like they never even considered or no, man, let's compromise for one of our own.
Yeah.
Well, I understand.
Yeah.
But also you'll understand from their point of view is politics. They want
politics.
one of their own, is factional. So it then made me to realize in municipality, ne, the smaller Nyana post, they are being used, ne,
Yeah.
so that we can be defocused, so that the higher post, they might be taken by preferred people. That is why even now I heard from one of my reliable sources, a close friend,
Yeah.
there is post in municipality, Jabotleke, and also meter readers.
Yeah.
But we have not yet seen them. And my source says the closing date is on the 6th
On the 6th.
of January.
Yeah.
They are in Mudimul, Chief. The municipalities in Mudimul.
Community, be aware on the 6th is the closing date. Yeah, submission. Yeah, the meter reader and clerical.
Yeah.
So please apply on time and then make noise to that municipality, which is
Yeah.
led by who?
Marlene van Staden.
Marlene van Staden.
Yeah, they must get those posts. My source reliably told me, man, are you looking for the... I said, no, I'm not into municipality work, but then I will
Yes.
take it and bring it further to those who are interested.
Yeah.
But that shows you what this merged municipality will do to our community.
Okay.
We are in a verge of becoming the next Ruta,
Isan.
if you know what I mean.
Idampilo apha eRutan.
Yeah, we
There's
are in the
nothing. There's
verge.
no life. There's nothing there.
Yeah, we will only bring in councillors to vote for mayors
And that's it.
and speakers and all those things.
Yeah,
Because even now, honestly speaking, we don't have reliable councillors that bring something to the Mogopo.
Ke the
How
voting
many times
kettles.
have we cried to get the Mogopo? Yeah,
Ya
just to
utsena.
go in.
The main line. Yeah.
The main line, just to go in, ka dipotong. But you see every day the mayors posting thiba di-pothole somewhere there.
Do you think gore Marlene ke gopela in short do you think gore Marlene o wa tlhokomela community rena ya mo gopong apart
Marlene is looking after those who voted him,
and that's it?
and the question is, those that we voted, who are they looking after? If I was Marlene, I will do the same maybe. Take care of my community, take care of my ward, because that is the very same ward that will bring you back into that cancer. But if you find the councillors still in their sleepy, then it means everything will happen in your ward.
So since you're only an EFF member, do you vouch for Marlene's services?
I don't.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Thank you very much. Please let's follow PS Black Rock on Facebook. Let's support this gentleman, man of God. He is apostle. I don't know if I can call you Mr. or Apostle or
Apostle is the
Apostle.
one. Yeah.
Is the one. Eh?
Yes.
No, thank you very much, Apostle Masia. And then Modimo a go shagofatsa o bulele ditsela go feta. And then le lenyalo la o le phadime le hlokomelo ka matla o ska temptea.
And before I would like to thank you personally. I would like to thank those that played part in my life. Abo Mr. Ntu, the late Ntuli, Mama Tloko, the ladies Bako Changanin, those that growed me up, and Botemba, Kerakila, Botoni Pasha, the late Manelo, all those guys that I've played football with. Everybody that you come across in your life play a part in who you are in tomorrow's life.
No, thank you,
Siyabo.
Welcome to the Masia's industry in business next year 2023. Re fitlhile mo mafelong a rena re a leboga Mr. Masia le ka moso ge re o bitsa o ska re tepella o tswelle ka mgo o tsweletseng ka ona ebe wena e bile o re tsoshang gore let's run.
All the way from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s and today.
And now,
Real Talk Podcast.